insane?
Black gentleman.
iDubbbz just made fun of a child marriage victim. Anisa is accusing iDubbbz's boxing coach of groping her? What the hell? She is also melting down on Twitter about something totally unrelated. My disability to get men to scream about me for hours on end needs to be studied. Welcome to the video so diabolical. Even more Pegasus subscribed. Like and subscribe right now.
Let's up those numbers!
iDubbbz explains why he curved his ex-boxing coach/wife over helping out with the child marriage ban. She messages me about this child marriage thing. Right after Mike requested I be his guarantor on loan. Keep in mind, I was having a hard time online and with money.
He messaged me about this child marriage thing, and this was after Creator Clash 2, and it was very importantly right after Michael Briggs requested that I be his guarantor on a loan to open like a boxing gym. He was aware of what was happening. He knew that I lost my fucking match. I hadn't been making videos or making any money, and that, obviously I've been having a hard time online. I made my apology. Things were rough for me, but he comes in with his request of, hey, you mind being my guarantor on this loan? Meanwhile, he has no problem messaging me that.
Yeah, he said child marriage thing, not a social issue. He does not feel bad about it. That is not very empathetic of you, iDubbbz. I'ma just be real. I don't know, man, but maybe, just maybe you can just say no. Like, oh, I am sorry, Mike, but I have some stuff to take care of. I hope you understand. Instead of crashing out about not being able to say no. I mean, what the hell are you? Are you some middle schooler who is having a hard time saying no to things he does not want to do? Well, someone called me a boo-hoo, time to crash out and delete my channel. Or I can just do this.
Hang up that computer call, come over here and kiss me on my hot mouth. I'm feeling romantical.
For legal reasons, that's a joke.
Nah. All jokes aside, this is not a valid excuse, iDubbbz. Ignoring a valid issue due to some differences you have with someone isn't mature. It is actually pathetic. You're not defending yourself here, you are just making the situation worse. Oh, I was angry about being the guarantor, so I ignored a literal social issue about and of little girls. But oh guys, look, I am such an empathetic guy. I cried on camera once. I am so pissed right now that my voice is breaking constantly.
I was extremely offended when he messaged me requesting that I be his guarantor on a loan. I said, like, in no world would I ever be able to do that, because I wanted to express like very clear boundaries.
Yup, bro, and you also need to express clear boundaries with your wife, and clearly you suck at it. Maybe just tell her not to insult you on public platforms. Maybe work things out in private. Maybe just set some boundaries in your relationship too. And as I said before, you can just respectfully deny to someone's request without crashing out about it.
And I did. And I don't know how long later it was. I wasn't done being angry about it for sure. But Kate did message me about like a child marriage bill thing, and I didn't pass it along to Anisa. I looked at it and I closed it. So was I being like, negligent to that relationship? Sure. But no, Anisa and I don't support child marriage or whatever fucking crazy story that they're spinning. I was just angry at them, and I was like, fuck you guys. I'm not going to be boxing anytime soon. And yeah, I'm done with this shit. But at least for the child marriage thing, like, they didn't message Anisa about that shit. That was definitely a me thing. Me being like kind of angry and uncaring about it.
Yeah, guys, my succubus is innocent. She isn't involved in this. It was just me, guys. It was the man who claimed that he is a better person now after saying the black gentleman word. And I am better than before. It was all me, guys. And I would also like to point out again that he never even for a second said that child marriage is bad. He just said we don't support it, and there is a difference in both of these phrases. Anissa accuses iDubbbz's old boxing coach Mike of acting inappropriately towards her. He wouldn't stop hugging me. Keep trying to push him off, and he wouldn't. Made me feel really what the actual Now, I don't really want to victim blame, but how come it just came out right now as you were having this online beef with him? Why haven't you spoke up about this when this happened? Why you chose to speak up about this now instead of back then when this was happening and you had proofs against him? Back then you were shitting on your husband publicly, and not even for a second you thought that maybe I should talk about this bigger issue instead of just taking shots at my husband.
Like coughing in the morning, and I filmed it because I thought we were going to do a documentary, so I like filmed him coughing in the shower all night. He was coughing. I was like, oh my god, this is going to be so bad. He also had fractured shins, but like you can fight on fractured shins, but you couldn't be as bouncy. But we found that out.
People are going to be saying excuses,
Yeah, I know, I know.
for the fight from a year ago.
Yeah, from a year ago.
Let me just add, he still would have lost to Dr. Mike even if he could breathe and didn't have fractured shins.
And you know, there is something called the law enforcement, and it's magical. You face a threat, someone do bad things to you, you can just dial a number 911 and they will take that person away and lock them up for their crime. I know it is magical and it actually works. It's just like magic. Like, look at these screenshots. He wouldn't stop hugging me. It was really upsetting. I kept trying to push him off, and he would not. I was embarrassed. It made me feel really embarrassed, and then he would not let me leave. He kept hugging me and I was trying to push him off, and I cried. And I just really want to say that she did not put some light allegations here. She literally said full on hug, and he was not letting her go, which is absolutely an assault. Dude, I think police should be involved because this is not a joke. You can't just really call someone a rapist years later due to an online disagreement. The bald Genshin streamer was right. You need to stay as far away from these people as you physically can. This should be investigated as soon as possible, and if she is telling the truth, then this guy needs to be locked up. If she is lying, then H3H3 should help Mike, and then they should absolutely sue Anissa and iDubbbz for defamation, because accusations like this are not a joke. You just can't use it as an argument against someone because this comes under criminal law. It's funny that she never mentioned any of that before when talking about him. Also, she did not seem too bothered in any of the clips of them together. Guess when you're losing an internet beef, resort to the essay allegations.
AB can attest to it, right? So it's mentally very hard. So I
Shut up,
feel
AB.
bad for him because I can tell his heart was.
We can clean that up, Zach. I feel like
By the way, people wonder why I say fuck AB. Like, this is why. Like,
Why?
you're being used in this moment to, like, invalidate my experience.
not what?
At, like,
He's so stupid.
running a boxing event.
He's the dumbest person alive.
Yeah, let me tell you about who tried to fucking use me. Well,
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, my first sparring day, like,
can you pause it for a
it
second?
was so fucking bad. Like,
This is after he was talking about sparring Alex Ernst. How embarrassed! You guys were laughing at him because he got beat up and he was crying. So what do I say? Do I say, hey, I could have took on Alex? Oh, I never cry. No, I'm saying my first sparring day was so fucking bad. My coach thought I would never come back to the fucking gym.
Yeah.
You know what that is, Ian? That's me defending you, you fucking dumbass.
Yeah, no, it is.
it's empathy.
No wonder nobody wanna defend iDubbbz anymore. And you know what? This is actually crazy. He is accusing every person of insulting him except the one who actually does it on a daily basis. His own succubus wife. Like, this man is actually pathetic. Even in my last video, I said this.
And then Ian goes on a podcast with a therapist and gets extremely real with him, which is a profoundly stupid idea. Like eating with your mouth full on camera. He of all people should know better than to go on a therapist's podcast and vent about his very real problems on a public forum like that, because people will use that information against him. Like this.
This same person live streamed his own therapy session where he actually cried.
If you're going to be a hater-ass bitch, Take it the full way. Take responsibility for having the opinion that crying online is pathetic and weak. Don't say I am the enlightened centrist and other people are gonna make fun of you for that.
Far be it for me to question the empathy king, but isn't this exactly what you do? And also, this is why nobody wants to support you, iDubbbz. Even Hassan Piker don't wanna do it. Because you are just fucking insane. Someone showed a little bit concern about you and about what you are doing. They did not even trash talk. They did not even said anything bad. And what is the first thing that you decided to do? You literally attacked them. You literally called them a bad person. You literally said that they are a troll, when all they said was that this should not be done because it is the internet, not your fucking therapist.
They've had some sort of weight on me, and I'm disarming them today. I'd rather lose my job than be talked down to like some sort of coward or looked down upon by someone I looked up to.
It's not my business, right? What you say privately in your free time.
It was never me bringing up fucking shit. It was me just trying to navigate my wife being in this fucking event, and I fucking have not been able to sleep. I have stopped looking at apartments. Our lease is up next month. I canceled the fucking sale of our Michigan house because I don't know what the fuck our future is going to be. I took out a loan to fucking pay all my bills because this fucking girl thinks she has a right to fucking play games with me, Lena. And it's become basically leave your job or you're dead to us. The hypocrisy might fucking kill me. They don't care about my grandma, as I said. They don't care about my sister. What did you do when I opened up to you? You ran your mouth to everyone and allowed every one of your stupid fucking friends to fucking threaten me. You allowed Denims to threaten me. You fucking allowed, when she insinuated that she knew something, how the fuck would she know anything? I've never spoken a word to Denims. I've never exchanged a DM with Denim.
An online gardening tool isn't loyal even as a friend? Like, who knew? Nobody saw this coming, right? You know, I have been around people who tell me that I judge people too quickly. Like me, WetDough. But you know, that actually saves me some trouble like this later on with them. Because I know that I do not need to share personal information with people like these. Like, how are you even surprised? She is literally humiliating her husband publicly about the stuff which should have stayed private. And I know many of you gonna say that the judge thing I mentioned, like the stereotypes, can be used against me, and I totally agree. People use it against me. Some people just click on my video, leave some bad comment about me being some poopjit or something, and then they leave. And then they leave with a dislike. Some people actually just hate me because I am an Indian. And that's fine. Maybe they had a bad experience with Indians. Maybe they are following a hate trend. Maybe both. I couldn't really care less. But if there is one thing that I am certain of, it is the fact that if I crash out and abuse those people or say bad stuff about them or their family or their race or their country, it's just gonna add another bad experience with some Indian online, strengthening the stereotypes against Indians. So yeah, I'm sorry about this personal rant, but it is directly related to this situation. Sometimes it is good to follow some stereotypes until you can get to know that person better, and if they do not fit the stereotype, if they are actually genuinely good people, then of course you can share your stuff with them, you can be friends with them, and you can do other stuff. But without analyzing Anisa and then handing her your personal information was an actual mistake. And it's absolutely abhorrent. Like, I'm not taking her side. I think this is actually bad. It is not okay to use someone's private information against them by making it public.
I completely empathize with the situation you guys are in, you know, because you're right in the middle of something and you're being judged on both sides, and it's really hard to know. We all want to do the right thing, and it's really hard to know what the right thing is to do.
We've been judged by both sides, but only you and Hila have treated us like fucking humans. Like, could give us any sort of decency. Yeah, I was gonna say, go try and tell another minority that they're a pussy for keeping their job that provides for their family. Go try it. Go, because even if you believe your interpretation of it, let's say that Ethan is a racist, and I'm dealing with Ethan's racism to provide for my family. I'm fucking spineless. Can you seriously put yourself in the shoes of telling another minority that? Like, or telling someone, or telling a black man that you are a coward for providing with for your family by dealing with racism. Again, it's not true, obviously, but I mean, even their fucking premise is so fucking, it makes no sense. Or we're gonna talk shit about you and you can't respond to it. You just gotta fucking take it. So I don't know what that is.
It sounds like some type of extortion for sure.
And I'm not stupid. I know why the me and Lena are the main targets, because it goes against their fucking narrative that you're this super big racist when you have two Muslims looking at you every day right in front of you, and just they want you alone. They want us all to quit.
Miserable people like iDubbbz and Anissa are trying to make others' life miserable too. Like, who knew? This is just disgusting, to be honest. And I will never support anyone like iDubbbz in my entire life. This is just disgusting. They actually do not care about what happens to the people they do not like. Just because someone have different opinions does not mean that they are any less of a human being. You both can exist in the same space without the need of removing the one or the other. And you know, it is fucking disgusting. They are trying to isolate Ethan and his wife.
Nothing creeps you out more than the new hire Galia talking so confidently about me, my husband, our financial situation. You don't know us, you're wrong on everything, and it's cringe and creepy. Okay? Also, Tom's a stupid pussy. What?
Yeah, girl, you're the dumbest bitch I've ever seen in my life. If you think you can just tweet something like this about a random person that you actually don't know anything about because you cannot do any research in your life, then just shut the f up and just live in Edmonton peacefully, bake your little donuts every single day, feed your little baby Ian. He's about to eat solids.
As
I'm so happy for him.
He retches.
Confidently talking about my husband or our financial situation, you are filming a podcast in a fucking basement with no equipment, with not a single light around, with not a single plug around you, because you don't have anything around you.
In their new big video, Ian starts it off by being like, yeah, ignore the back, and it's just like a bunch of planks of wood.
I'm working on it. I'm working on my setup. I'm
What
like,
have you
yeah,
been
I can
doing,
see that.
man?
I can see you're trying to do something there, but I don't know what that is. And we all know that you're selling your house. We all know about your financial situation.
Because they talk about it.
Against our will. You're the one who's like posting.
Lamau, iDubbbz just got destroyed. And also, I agree, because as I said, I have no clue why Ian and Anissa made everything about their relationship so public. Like, just keep it private. Internet do not need to know everything about you guys. You cannot expect people to not judge you guys after all the stuff you guys did and are still doing. I am back in the kitchen. And then there is content warning, sensitive content. X labeled this post as showing sensitive content. Do you guys want to take a guess about what this could be? Maybe she is doing an OnlyFans shoot in the kitchen and there is a lewd pic, right? Maybe something like a biohazard is there. And this is nothing, just her cooking. Okay, so definitely I do not know how Twitter warning works, but this is just so fucking hilarious, man. Like and subscribe if you actually made it this far into this video. So anyways, I would like to end today's slopic with a random clip from More Pegasus. I will give you zero context, I will give you zero information. So just take a look at this.
No, but I want to show my ass. It's women empowerment, guys.
That was it for today's slopic. See you in the next slop.